Welcome everyone to episode 51, The Hangover. No, we didn't have a hangover. Did anyone have a hangover?
Nope.
No, did anyone actually get drunk?
Now,
Well, I
for
think
the information to the audience, I am rolling my eyes so hard right now.
The only person that remotely remembers last week's episode is Andy,
Yes.
the heavyweight champion that could take 20 shots of tequila and still keep on trucking.
I'm not a big fan of tequila, to be honest. The taste difference, it's just, I mean, sure, it's agave, but...
Kevin drinks 2 ounces of beer and is laughing hysterical. Our new lightweight.
And yet I didn't get a hangover from that.
I know you didn't get a hangover, but you were definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
This guy
Buzzed
at the
is
end,
not drunk.
at the end of the episode, Kevin just starts singing. It just...
It was beautiful.
It was. You know, the thing is, it was
that-
enjoyable.
I was so blitzed that I started singing.
Now, to think that if he had 2 bottles of 40,
Oh my god.
he would still not be drunk.
And once
Andy,
again, following the apologies I sent out over the entire social network, truly, that was a horrible episode.
don't worry. You know, 49 episodes from now, we will do another drunk episode.
Sure, my ass will be mysteriously unavailable.
What? You gonna kill yourself? See, the sad thing is, Andy, you can't even drink the pain away because it reminds you of that god-awful episode.
Why does everyone think I'm a fucking alcoholic? Drink the pain away? What the fuck is this?
It's okay, Andy. Your AA meeting is coming up tomorrow.
Ah, please. I masturbate like a normal human being.
Okay. Well, we have an interesting show now. This is interesting because it's a wide variety of topics. Some that I only just heard about like 10 minutes ago, and others are really cool.
Bear Simulator!
Yes, I saw that.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Okay, let's start off with Bear Simulator.
It's a Kickstarter right now.
That's the highlight of our day.
The entire game is just you are a bear. Be a bear.
The thing is, that's like the second animal simulator that's been announced lately.
Yes,
You
but it's
heard
the
about-
first simulator of being a bear. Be a bear in the woods. Be a bear in the mountains. Be a bear in, I don't know, in the middle of fucking Colorado. Doesn't matter. You're a fucking bear.
Can you be a bear in the polar ice caps?
Actually, yes, they do have polar
They
bears.
have the Coca-Cola bears.
Sure, why not?
You know they're making a fucking movie for that
They
shit.
even have like a skin for a mystic bear that's semi like, I don't know, Tronish. It's awesome. We love bears.
Just not the gay ones.
Okay, where the fuck
No,
did
no, no,
that come from?
You've never heard that?
Wow.
No, I've
Yes,
never heard
yes.
that.
I've heard that term because I am a human fucking being. But
I've heard that term before, so.
Who loves bears?
uh,
So get your bear on and pre-order now.
But anyway, they've got different options. They're doing pretty good for an early Kickstarter. They're pretty much halfway there, and there's still like a month left. Go to Kickstarter, search for Bear Simulator. It's by FarJ Studios. And yes, they have things where you can get your portrait into the game. You can have a mystic bear, I don't know, theme. You can carve your shit into trees. They could put your photo. You could have the bear playing with a ball like a Russian bear thing. That's, I don't know. They got honeycombed. They have wasp nests that you can take down to eat their honey because you're a fucking bear.
They have farmer simulators, they have trucker simulators, they have doctor simulators. What's fucking next?
There was a
I would
goat
like
simulator.
to.
Well,
We should.
now there's a bear simulator. There was a goat simulator. I mean, what's next? A honey badger simulator?
Honey badger. No, I prefer a platypus.
No, honey badger don't give a shit.
Oh God,
Ah,
John,
You
you
know-
hipster.
Not a hipster. I thought that was like funny.
maybe. So.
No, what I
followed
think
by
they should
the
do,
big-
they should have embalming simulator, where you work at a morgue. Instead
There's
of
so many
papers,
ways that project could go wrong. Just so many
instead
ways.
of papers, please. It's cremation
Actually,
or
I
embalming.
think
Your
that would be a
choice.
huge hit in Japan. Only because that's the same place where a game like Rape Lake came from. Just saying.
Wait. They had what game again? Is this?
Oh god, not replay.
Or anything from Illusion, what is it, the studios.
You said Rape Lake?
Or pretty much any game with the name Exchange in it.
Oh God, shut up. That was like something that popped up on YouTube. It's
Fluid
like,
Exchange.
My eyes did not ask for this. But anyway, let's get to the real story that John was hinting at in the beginning. Project Morpheus.
Morpheus. Hell yeah. No, I'm not going to support Morpheus. I'm going to support Oculus.
Why? You're like the Sony
Fuck
guy.
Sony.
Well, if you take the red pill, you go with Morpheus. But if you take the blue pill, you go with Oculus Rift.
Oculus Rift is better.
Actually, what's pretty funny is that the same week that Morpheus was announced to be like a Sony exclusive, the second developer kit for the Oculus Rift is now available and taking pre-orders, which is like 1080p, full-fledged high-def resolution with basically it's Oculus Rift 2.0. The one that's going to be right before the full version that's going to be available for everyone. It's $350. You can pre-order now. It is a developer's toolkit, so it is not the finished product. Definitely something I might get, I don't know, in a couple of months. But yeah, it looks fucking sweet. Now, why don't you like Morpheus, John?
Because Sony's going to charge too much for it.
How much do you think?
I think the thing is going to go for like $400 or $500.
Now, comparatively, how much do you think, if $350 is the developer version, how much is going to be the Oculus Rift?
I think it's going to be like $250.
Would you be surprised that there are some estimates that are going to be putting it at $150 though?
Holy shit! Then sign me up.
But here's the thing: since this is kind of like the new media, the wearable whatever is the new media, is the new input or the new intake of media for this generation. What do you think is really going to be the price point for these things in actuality? Would we be willing to pay $200 for like a headset or something like that comparatively?
No.
Well, if people weren't willing to pay $250 for Virtual Boy, then maybe they're not going to be willing to buy.
Well, just remember,
Oculus.
look, it depends on what this thing does. I mean, if you have to use this thing at home, then fuck it. I mean, if you could hook this thing up to a PS Vita, that's fucking awesome.
Now, was there any information about Project Morpheus? Because I just skimmed through it. It really wasn't.
No, I have no fucking idea what it is.
It's a headset, dude. Of course you have an idea what it is. No, I'm saying, was there any information about the limited press release? Because they didn't really give much of anything. They only gave a lot of ifs, ands, or buts. But about what else it can do. Is it going to be a Sony exclusive piece of hardware, as is to say it's only going to work with a PS3? Or is it going to be like the Oculus Rift, something that works universally with any input?
From the images I'm seeing, it seems to be working with both the PlayStation Move and the regular DualShock 4.
Well, no. You didn't even answer his question. He's asking, could you use this thing technically with a Xbox One?
Oh, okay.
PC, or could you use it with an Android? Because the information that has been released about the Oculus Rift, on the other hand, says not only do they have a version that's going to be PC and console friendly, possibly, but there's another lighter version that's going to be for Android devices, since they already have Android support. So, yeah, you'd be looking at something you could put on, a pair of glasses you could put when you're on the bus on a long trip or something like that.
From what I'm seeing, it seems to be they're only showing it with Sony products. I mean, they haven't really said anything about whether or not it can be used with an Xbox One or PC. So that's from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and from the photos from the con when they were showing it, it doesn't show with any other piece of hardware that is not. Everything's Sony related, even the key Sony.
But Sony does that shit. If you watch a movie that's by Sony Pictures, every actor, conveniently has a Sony Vaio computer.
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah, he's right about that.
But yeah, so that's going to be up. The first two contenders for the virtual reality games, Oculus Rift, and now the Sony.
The what?
Anyway.
It's the Morpheus Neo.
Morpheus was the god. Fucking. You know what? The Matrix screwed up that name. Morpheus used to be cool. Now he's just some guy who's apparently that guy.
Now it's just Lawrence Fishburne with glasses and a leather black trench coat.
More like an auburn. He was never truly like completely in black except for that first scene. There's been like red tones and brown. Why the fuck am I talking about this? Anyway,
But moving
What's
on,
next? I
John.
think we lost Jack.
I lost. No, I'm here. I'm just daydreaming about the potential news that Kevin kind of announced. Well, half the news is concerning. The other half is kind of concerning, but you think that it could quite possibly be a hit. We're talking about Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Not 3, 4.
Or
Now, for a while, people have wanted Roller Coaster Tycoon 4, and there is an official release announced of Roller Coaster Tycoon 4 mobile,
Yay! Fuck you.
yeah,
which looks horrible, as I mentioned before.
You gotta make it worse because you have to tell them the last bit of news that makes you want to vomit. It's not just a mobile game.
No, it's not
iOS mobile game.
Yeah, it's an iOS mobile game. Oh, no, yeah, which they don't even say it's going to come out. Like, it just says iPhone, iPad, and iPod Touch. It's not even coming out on Android, fuckers. But the fact is, because it says Roller Coaster Tycoon 4, and then it has mobile at the end, it really makes me think that they're going to come out with a Roller Coaster Tycoon 4. And Kevin, what was the news that you were trying to announce earlier?
well, they also announced that they have a new Roller Coaster Tycoon game in production for PC,
Yeah.
and it's expected to be released this year.
PC for life.
No, I can't wait until that game comes out. Because, look, Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was very awesome, but, the thing is, it didn't age that well.
Well, also considering the fact that it's been more than 10 years
Really?
since Roller Coaster.
Oh, that's
Wait,
right.
wait.
It came out in 2004.
Holy shit! It has been 4 years.
Oh, God.
Holy
Hey.
crap!
Not 4 years.
No,
It's
no,
been 10 years, dude.
Almost 10. October 26th of this year will mark 10 years of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Where the fuck have you been, Andy?
In a time capsule, condensed to experience hyper time in a time dilation field.
You know what
Seriously,
else?
10 years?
You know what else happened 10 years ago?
What?
We were sophomores in high school.
Not
Yeah.
the Holocaust is what I was going to go with, but yeah, sure, that works too.
Well, it was a concentration camp at high school.
Oh God.
You late, you die.
Yeah, no. Oh, sophomore
here's-
year.
But
Very
here's something that bothers me about is the fact that it doesn't specify when it says PC. Okay.
We're just
Is it-
assuming.
Is it going to be like a full PC game? Is it going to
No,
be
it's gonna be like SimCity where you have to play online only.
Or-
they're gonna fuck this up.
or-
Oh wait,
or-
wait, I forgot. This
Or
isn't
can
EA.
you let me finish?
This is Atari, so they're not gonna fuck it up.
Can you let me finish?
No. Continue.
Or is it going to be, and I hate to say this, is it going to be a social network game?
It should be an MMO.
Is it going to be like the kind of shit you see on Facebook? Because I swear to God, if it's just like that SimCity social, I'm going to punch a bitch.
Dude, you forget that they're totally different companies.
I know, but just saying.
Don't get your hearts up.
Warrior erections.
I was gonna say that. Don't get your hard-ons until after you see it. But you know what I want to see? I want to see it look almost photorealistic. I want ray tracing on the fucking tracks. I want it where if it rains, you see individual water droplets on the tracks.
He
I want to
basically
see
wants
realistic
to reenact
rush.
a realistic version of Mr. Bones' Wild Ride.
No, I just want to be. I want them to go all out. I want them to be able to allow you to like create your own fucking recreation. I want them to partner up with Disney and offer exact replicas of Disney theme rides. I want them to have every single Six Flags. You remember Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 when they had the Six Flags theme parks? I want them to do it again. I want you to be able to see imperfections in the wooden roller coaster rides. I want to see each individual piece of wood look unique and not identical. Like I want to see individual fucking blades of grass with little butter what do you call it? Not butterflies, but like the ladybugs on each individual blade. I want to see like seagulls taking a shit in the lake. While the roller
Just had to go there.
I mean, like they have to go all out. Like when they have the little lights, I want to see.
He was
the
going
flies.
through wonderful exposition as to what the gamers really want, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he takes a sharp right into the swampy ditch on that part of the I-95 that nobody ever wants to talk about in New Jersey. You know that part of the I-95 that is not really ground; it's just basically swamp and garbage, only with grass on top. That part.
Yeah.
He just drove right in there.
Yeah. With my Jeep.
Oh, God.
No, I don't own a Jeep.
No.
No, I just own a car that would get stuck in the mud.
You own a car that would get stuck on the road. In general.
Yeah, but when it's $25 and I can go 300 miles, kiss my ass.
Rather not.
You know my Prius is cool.
Your Prius is a car. Let's leave it at that.
Fuck you. So,
No, thank
Infamous Second Son is coming out like a homo on Thursday,
Hey, I
Tuesday.
actually heard interesting things about it. I heard.
I got it pre-ordered.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I pre-ordered a while ago. I'm very interested. Ooh, Microsoft touts performance hardware improvements for existing hardware in DirectX 12. Fucking A. They've already announced DirectX 12, and look, the icon, the what do you call it? The logo for DirectX 12 looks like a Metro
just look at
tile.
them. So many shits that are not being given all at once.
Dude.
Just look at them.
Look, DirectX 11 came out so long ago.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's been a while. I mean, what sucked was the transition between DirectX 10 and DirectX 11 was pretty quick. And then you had unofficial support for DirectX 11.1. Mine is a DirectX 11, I think,
The
0.1.
thing with DirectX 11.1 though is that as great as it was that they did a few bug fixes, that's really all it was. It's something that shouldn't even have been given a name. but the
Hell
problem was
yeah,
is
I
that-
gotta see this. There's video of Forza Motorsport 5 running on DirectX 12. I need to see this shit. Like this is the coolest shit in the world.
and then for it to crash 30 seconds in.
Fuck you. And oh wow. I love how they're like, well, DirectX 12 is coming to Xbox One. Do they understand that the hardware is already dated?
Yeah, no.
You know, the
Trying to
point
put
of
12
DirectX
on an Xbox One is like trying to put, current day Ubuntu on a Windows 95 machine.
What's
It's
a
an
shame.
interesting idea, but it's going to end in sorrow and sadness.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, I mean, like my GTX 690. Once DirectX 12 comes out, look, I'm sorry, I love my card, but I'm getting a new one. That's the PC gamer way. So
Yeah, pretty much.
they have to have a picture. What the fuck? I want to see a video of this demonstration running on DirectX 12. Like, I need to see this. I want to see graphics. I'm a whore for graphics.
Sure, why
Speaking of graphics, Epic Games announced a new subscription model for Unreal Engine 4.
No, but look, you
No,
have to be
understand.
clear. Be clear that as the subscription model is not exactly what you're understanding. It's not like you buy a game and then you have to pay a subscription fee to use
No,
the
no,
game.
I
We're
know.
talking about that if
That
you're a
would be
developer
fucking
out there.
Twisted.
John?
Yeah.
Dude,
John?
I would be that dick that
John?
actually starts that.
Hey, John, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I know.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure. I mean, stupid is stupid does, but
Seriously, it's like they're fucking married. Honestly.
Uh.
Jesus Christ.
dude, just because you want to get in between this.
Oh God, I just dry
God.
heaved a little. Oh God.
Good.
John,
It keeps
John.
the throat clean.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Oh God, and I just had tacos too. Oh.
Oh, you get to taste it twice.
Anyway, what he's talking about is that Epic Games is announcing $20 a month for the use of the Unreal 4 engine. Now, for
those of you out there who don't even know what the fuck developers do, you just think games manifest out of, unicorn farts and candy. No. Usually what happens is developers or people who want to make a game with a certain engine buy the rights, as in like buying a piece of software, along with the exorbitant price of that software being the rights to use that software to create anything else. That's kind of how the game works in today's market. What Epic is trying to do is to turn that and monetize that even worse by allowing everyone to use it, but still paying a ridiculous price per month, which means that now with their new tools for the Unreal 4 engine, that becomes more of like a click and drag application rather than actually writing code at this point. It allows more people in the indie developer scene, or even people who aren't even developers at all, to use the engine to create games and then make money off them. But at the same time, that's instead of just paying a few $100s once and then using the engine for as much as you want and anything you want, you're paying $20 a month, and an additional 5% of the revenue goes to them. So you're kind of like running a deal with the devil. Or whatever anachronism works for whatever deity or whatever religion you believe in. You're basically signing yourself off, and you're waiting for the Shylock to stop by. Now, sure, $20 doesn't sound like much, but this is something that if you have a project and you're working for months on end, you have to buy multiple accounts for multiple people. This is how the account system works. So in the end, you'll still be paying the same amount, but you'll be paying it monthly. So I don't think it's very nice of Epic Games. I don't know what the fuck they're smoking. Probably some of Mount Fuji's best or something, because Jesus Christ, this is evil. This is EA evil.
This is just...
As a guy who's used engines before, and I pirate them all the time because fuck you, but yeah, I just got to get that off my chest. Doing it in subscription, that's like when Adobe started doing subscription and Microsoft Office became a subscription. It's just fucking hell.
Just when you thought you couldn't get any worse, they make it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Now, Matt, what happens to offices that have no internet connection? That's just...
I think if I started a company, I would want, like, if I was like NVIDIA, I would charge for every driver update. Because I'm an asshole. Don't mind me. I'm losing it, so.
Sure.
Yeah, we can tell.
I had a long day.
Well, John, you were losing it long before that, so.
Well, yeah, but I've lost it.
What's the next story on the list?
The next story on the list is Sony's new update for the PlayStation 4. It's coming out soon. It's going to be the update that everyone wanted, where it disables the copy protection for gaming, so you can use your external cards. It's going to do something that no one expected it, which I actually did. But it's going to boost the resolution of Twitch streaming to 720p to basically match the quality of the Xbox One. Anything you could do, I can do better, apparently. And, yeah, I forget what the last thing they're going to do. But it's going to be cool.
Yeah, why not?
Well, dude, I love updates. Don't you like updates? No? You don't like updates?
Sure. My updates are all automatic, so I never have to fucking care.
Okay. I mean... Ooh. They're going to release another PlayStation 4 firmware upgrade that will allow you to dim the light on the DualShock 4 controller.
Ooh.
Well, that's good that they're going to do that.
Wait. No, oh no. It's just a pencil. I thought
Oh,
I
okay,
saw-
here we go. The
That's
next
okay.
major patch will enable video editing, DHCP off, and Twitch 720. Well, there's a few things that they still haven't fucking delivered. You still can't play MP3s. You still cannot use DLNA. And what else?
You still
yeah.
can't play audio CDs.
Yep.
You still can't play backwards compatibility.
Well, backwards compatibility will probably take a long time.
I don't care. I want it.
By
goddamn.
long, he means never.
Look, if
think
Sony didn't give a fuck last gen, what makes you think they're going to give a fuck this gen?
I think it's bullshit that they don't put backwards compatibility in this.
Well, Kevin, you're the only one getting affected.
Not me. There's other gamers.
There's millions of people that are probably
Yeah.
pissed off about this, and the worst part of it all is that your tears are nourishing and delicious. Your rage feeds me and makes me live forever.
Well, some
Why?
people
'Cause-
even ask. They're like, fucking external HD, MP3, DLNA support. Come on, Sony, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. I think that's, you know.
Fuck you and yours.
Why the fuck? And I love it. People are like, oh, you should subscribe to Music Unlimited. Look, Music Unlimited is a horrible service. It has a shit catalog, and the application crashed a lot when I used it on the PlayStation 4. What I want is Sony to allow, like, SiriusXM, or even like Spotify or RDO. Like, I want to see a third, like the same way you can have Netflix, I want to see like Spotify on the PlayStation 4, so I can listen to something I'm already paying for while I'm playing my games. Now, I have to say, on a side note, and this is something I didn't expect, the map packs that they released for Call of Duty Ghosts, the Onslaught DLC, those maps are fucking awesome. And the funny thing is, one of the maps is actually a recreation of a map that was in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The one it looks like a launch pad, and you have like a rocket going out to outside space, is actually a recreation of an old map in Modern Warfare 2. But they have one that's really cool. It's a swampland with a haunted house kind of thing, and then you can actually summon Jason, and you could summon Mike Myers and shit. It is fucking awesome. And you'll all of a sudden start hearing the theme song for these on the map. It's really cool. So like, I'm pumping lead into Michael Myers and just watching as he cuts me. It was so good.
What? No Freddy?
Oh, they don't have
okay.
Freddy. They have Jason, and I think that maybe they do have Freddy, but all I remember is like, you'll just all of a sudden hear it's like, what the fuck? This is actually cool. But one thing I noticed about all the maps is that they're all tiny, which is great. That's exactly what Call of Duty was all about. It was about small maps, where you're just shooting the shit out of people. Spawning is so much better in that. But I don't even want to play the old maps. Like, fuck the old maps. The maps that came with the, on the disc, they suck. They're shit. So we'll see how.
I'm really a fan of that.
Well, there's still 3 more DLC packs. I mean, I had the season pass because it came with the Hardened edition. But the whole point is, I guarantee it. They probably read all the hate, and they're like, well, I guess all the map packs are going to release are going to be the ones they want to play. Honestly, I think they should just scrap the original maps, give everybody new maps for free. Like, it's shit. And I'm not going to get the next Call of Duty unless they fix everything. I mean, it was just a pile of shit. Like, I loved Black Ops 2. I thought it was pretty good. I remember Kevin and I playing that game all the fucking time. And I got good at it, but this one was shit.
Well, Obsidian is coming up with a free-to-play tank war game online.
Cool.
Wow, it's not like I've heard something like that before.
No. But before you say, tanks online, they're the guys behind the Stick of South Park Stick of Truth, Fallout New Vegas. They know what they're doing, and it actually, I hate to say it, sounds a little bit interesting.
They're kind of taking a weird spin on it, and since it's free to play, you would usually think it's kind of a shitty game that you pay to win. But although microtransactions are part of the game, they don't change, your skill set. So hey,
I say keep one eye out for this because it does look mighty interesting.
Also, I know we talked about it at the beginning of this episode, but bear simulators, bears. Sorry.
Like, just because you keep saying it, I'm probably going to go ahead and get it. Bear Simulator.
Oh, here's something interesting. Electronic Arts is reportedly locked in for Titanfall 2.
Who?
Really?
What
Yeah,
is-
Who'd have guessed?
I still, you know, like I went to Walmart the other day, which was a fun experience because I had customers thinking I was an employee there. I don't know how the fuck that works out. When I'm on the phone with family members and then all of a sudden like, sir, where's the mushrooms? Like I even said, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking work here. Like, I just had to put him in his
John,
place.
it's Walmart.
Oh
Pretty
God.
much.
No.
You always
This
get
is the
idiots
thing.
there.
Well, I rarely ever go to Walmart. I think like in the past 10 years, I've probably gone 3 times to a Walmart. Like it's just not. It's not a place I ever go to. And part of the thing is just like how where it caters, right? Okay, the majority of the people, and I'm not to be offensive to anybody, but the majority of people. Oh, it's going to be offensive to everybody. The majority of people that go there are poor. They don't have good budgets. They're minorities for the most part. I mean, hence that's why everything in the fucking store is in English and Spanish. I mean, Walmart obviously is catering to the lowest common denominator, but it's crap. Like I've seen the most disgusting shit. Remember, Andy, when we went what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago? Remember we went, we saw like opened Lunchable packets and shit everywhere.
We were going to see a movie and we stopped by to get some stuff. I picked up a few chocolates and literally we were walking through the soda aisle and there was a Lunchables pack that was half eaten. Not even the fact that it was just open. It's the fact that it was open and half eaten. Who leaves the Lunchables pack? Fucking finish it if you're going to pull it off. That's like the dumbest fucking crime.
I love it when you...
I'm going to steal something.
I love it when you go to like the chocolate...
Then I'm just going to leave all the evidence that there is possible to leave right there. To make sure everyone knows I committed the crime, but I wasn't smart enough to easily get away with it.
Well, Johnny, have you ever seen the people of Walmart?
No.
Oh, it's this funny website, and it's like it's Walmart. It's pictures taken by Walmart employees of like the craziest, like fucking customers you've ever seen.
Oh man, that's just mean.
It's being mean, but it's true.
Oh, you gotta
Even
see
so,
this
it's
shit.
just I don't know. It's
No, but like when we went, yeah, you remember how when we went, we got the candy, which you suck because they're good. But
that's the
what was
problem
it?
with
It was
having taste.
yeah, but we went. My girlfriend and I went the other day, and that's the one where they asked me if I, where something was. Well, I later realized when I saw an actual Walmart employee, the person had khakis and was wearing a sweater with a hoodie. So I'm like, okay, I could see why they thought I was an employee. But what do you call it? We go to the candy aisle and you just see like packets of opened candy inside. I'm like, oh God. It's just... just like they steal their welfare checks, they also...
No, that's not. No, don't do that. That's completely biased. That's bullshit, and that's horrible, even for someone like you. Which we get it. You can't help yourself, but come on, man. I mean, Walmart's kind of like the evil empire in this scenario. So, what do you expect? The type of people that's going to, draw in.
It's a turd, and their customers are the flies.
I don't think you missed anyone to offend. There's, anyone that we didn't offend, we will apologize. We'll get to you soon enough. And once again, that is peopleofwalmart.com. Oh my God, dude, these photos. Oh,
I know, right?
I need to see this now.
Oh my. Do you not notice that is there?
Now wait, is that a woman or a guy?
I don't.
Fuck?
What are you doing with your beard, good sir? Why would you do that?
Aquaman, really? Where the fuck is the pictures?
An actual towing company called Camel Tow.
Wait, I need to see these now. Okay, wait. Posting up a guy sitting on a pole. Push it to limit. A little girl pushing her father.
Holy crap! That guy he just crapped himself right there.
I need to, like, what the fuck? What photos are you looking at?
There are multiple pages. Just scroll down.
Camel toe. Okay, now we're getting there. Ooh, this girl likes, what are you doing with that banana?
Yeah, no, that's it.
Oh, God, she has boobs on her back? That's, a new low. Oh, that's
16-bit. I kind of hate you a little bit. I mean, I had very little, like, hope in humanity. This just made it worse.
The black baby is funny. It's like, he's like, fuck this.
Anyway. Now, what other stories do we have for this week?
Cushy pillows.
Besides Bear Simulator. And
Huff and paint air cans in a fucking child's aisle? What the fuck?
Oh, God.
The non-disclosure agreement for WildStar is up. The beta is about to finish.
Oh, God. Turn off the... Just close the tab, man.
Oh, God. Someone ripped their pants and shit
It
their
only
pants.
gets worse from there. And that's me saying it. So please, close
Someone's
the site.
wearing a blue hair and a blue tail? Like, what the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know why we aren't consistently professional, this is why. The attention
They
span
have a Batmobile. Awesome.
on speed.
What the fuck? That's a big woman.
Well, while Jack is discovering the wonders of his own sexuality,
And that girl needs her
WildStar-
thighs to be checked. Oh, God.
I hate this.
You know, you remember like Squidward from like the early days in
really don't fucking
SpongeBob,
care.
and he eats all the Krabby Patties and he has like the biggest thighs. This woman looks like she has his thighs.
I really don't.
Oh, God, a guy looks like a ghetto leprechaun.
I don't even know what the fuck we're doing now.
I don't
Okay,
know.
we were talking about Titanfall, and then we just got into Walmart for some reason.
Yeah, thanks for that website.
I'm sorry.
asshat. This guy's got the attention span of a 2-year-old on speed, and you put something like that up, he's going to be fapping to it all night.
I'm gonna be fapping all night.
I really don't want to know this.
Okay,
This could be filed clearly under shit I do not need to know.
So yeah,
Ever.
EA has. There's a lot of rumors going around that they've already filed for Titanfall 2,
Not
and
surprising.
also Titanfall on the 360 has been delayed,
Woo!
and not a fuck was given.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
you know why they're doing it. They're trying to push heavily for the Xbox One.
Yep. Trying to get as many systems out with the killer app that they hope Titanfall to be. But at the end of the day, you can only clone Halo or Call of Duty so many times before people start to think, hey, there might be other games where I don't have to kill shit.
Oh, that's sad. When you use your child's as
Oh,
a
God.
shopping cart.
Oh, other news: Project Spark is now open for beta on Xbox One.
Yay! I think.
Ooh, let me start.
That's the game. That's the thing where you can like make your own game and such,
Mm-hmm.
and it uses
Whatever happened to XNA Developers program for the Xbox? Is that still going on?
I think it's gone. Because now they replaced it with the subscription thing for indies.
Of course.
I know because I actually looked into it, and yeah, like XNA Studio is just gone. Can't
Sad
use it anymore.
face.
Yeah. Ugh.
What the fuck? That's a lot of hair.
Oh my God, John.
He's still on it, ladies and gentlemen.
This
I
woman
should've
looks
never-
like no.
okay.
This woman looks like like a human troll.
It's like sitting down to watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger in the room. And I don't know if you've ever like, if you get an Arnold Schwarzenegger film and it has a director's commentary or anything like that, 90% of the time it's going to have an additional commentary of the director and Arnold Schwarzenegger watching the movie. And oh my God, this man loves himself in movies, or he just loves movies in general, but like with childish glee. So it's like, I threw a knife.
They
shit like
they
that.
seriously
And
have
so-
a woman With
Put the
hard drive
cookie down.
malfunction.
So that girlish glee is the same shit that I'm seeing every single time this guy loses his shit on something.
Put the cookie down now.
I'm funny with that, yeah.
Oh, they
It's
got a
like,
good looking
holy
girl.
fucking crap.
What the fuck?
Oh boy. Should we just end it?
No, this is some good shit here that I'm looking at.
See,
Yeah.
when it comes to good shit, quote unquote, it's a very broad definition.
The fuck?
You have to truly define what is good shit.
The stuff you can mainline without having the problem of getting an itchy weekend after.
Yeah, I
This is
think-
all heroin references, by the way, or hard drug references, because let's face it, kids, if you're gonna do drugs, do meth. Do an adult drug. Some
will.
hard drugs.
Okay, I think we're pretty much done on this.
No, let's keep this going.
Nah. Andy, what do you think? You think we're done?
This is
I
not a
think I need-
democracy. What the fuck?
No, this is a directed democracy, and he is the Fuhrer. But the problem is that he's on holiday, hopped up on
Red
cough
Bull.
syrup and Red Bull. Yeah,
I can't wait till Broadwell.
he's basically robo tripping. And if you don't know what
Okay.
robo tripping is, just Google it. It's hilarious. And now we're all getting.
Dude, I can't wait till look. I'm like geeking out here with all this shit here. You know, Intel's talking more about Broadwell, which I am going from Ivy Bridge to Broadwell CPUs.
Skipping Haswell.
Skipping Haswell, which I just rolled out a whole shitload of Haswell i3s for a company.
Ooh.
Dude, these boxes are so fucking tiny. They're dead silent, and they're powerful as fuck. I had someone ask me, well, wait, what do you mean I'm going from this big thing to this little thing? It's like this little computer is like, it's like a quarter of the size of their old machine, and it's like 80 times faster.
Yeah, unfortunately, non-techies have a hard time accepting the fact that smaller is better.
And then I just randomly said to someone, I'm like, you know what's sad? 5 years from now, we're going to say this is old.
Not only are we going to say this is old, we're going to say, dude, how can you even work in this?
Well, actually, I started thinking about that, about Sandy Bridge. Like, I think Sandy Bridge is already starting to pass its prime.
Well, remember, Sandy Bridge, isn't it part of the, the Crest? Because whenever it comes to innovations or movement forwards in processor technology,
It's always the first one. It's a TikTok. The
Yes,
first one is always the new features. Second one is always the shrink.
Yeah, the slight improvement, the novelty item, and then after that...
No,
the
but they
next
did
ticket-
good because ever since, like, what Sandy Bridge was the first version where they were pushing heavily about graphics, and Sandy Bridge is but Ivy Bridge, that's when they started really getting their shit together with the graphics. And now with Haswell, they're really good. I can't wait to see where they go. I mean, will there be a day where Intel integrated graphics is as good as a 680 or a 780?
I don't
Who
think
knows?
so, but it would be nice. I mean,
But-
if you do on the scale of only using 5-year-old software, then yes, we've gotten to the
The
point
problem
where-
with Intel, and this is their Achilles heel, is their driver support is shit. And that's the big problem, is that their driver support is just non-existent. They release maybe a driver
following
update
the
once every
AMD
3 months or
versus
4 months.
Intel argument that you and I have been having for years.
No, because
I have
you
to, I have
remember
to
when
agree
we
with
were-
you.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
Shut up and let me agree with you, son of a bitch. Shut
What
the
will
hell
it
up.
take?
I'm agreeing with you because, yes, Intel may have horrible support for drivers, but compared to AMD that has no support for its drivers,
Yes,
and you usually have to write
What
your
the
own drivers.
fuck? I'm surprised you're
agree.
even saying that.
No, I'm agree. Hey, just because AMD has better technology, the driver support is what really
Oh.
screws it over. Oh,
It
shut
is.
up. You know it does.
I
But at the end
agree
of
with
the
you
day,
100% on that.
the problem is that at the end of the day, Intel is smart enough to make it work where it matters. Why? Because the average computer user, as genetically superior as they are to every other gamer or user of any type. I'm gonna say it because fuck you. Uh,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch your fucking language.
console scum, plebeians. But anyway, no. The average computer user, as great as they are, that they are focusing themselves on a far better form of media intake, are not usually able to write their own drivers. Heck, I have problems on the few attempts I've had to write my own drivers. And although it works at the end of the day, it's not something that anyone should ever have to go through. It's a fate worse than death. So naturally, AMD can kick ass on the front of being the bleeding fucking edge of technology. They're never going to do great with their non-existent driver support. I mean, for
Exactly.
fuck's sake. Intel, on the other hand, their driver support is shit. Shut the hell up. Their driver support is shit. But they at least provide support in like once in a blue moon or every 500 years. There is a driver that comes out. And hey, it works a little bit better. But hey, that's really why we're always going to see Intel on the forefront, and that's why what we're going to see right now, especially with the, exactly what processor I got, 4770K, the
Yeah, the one that's
Haswell
just one
i7.
generation newer than mine.
And it's fucking beautiful. I have no
Oh
problem.
yeah,
with
well no, my processor is great too, but it's like I just want to
it's
see
pointless
what.
to go to it's pointless to go to the
I think-
4770K. Just wait till the next generation.
Well, of
It's-
course. Well, I mean, if you had a laptop, there is a substantial boost because it was more about them reducing power usage, which they did a fucking great job because
The
their
Tick
tablets
Talk.
are
The
so
Tick
much
was meant
better.
for the Tick was meant
Yes.
for desktops, and the Talk was meant for laptops, and that's why we got Haswell.
Yeah, well, that's why Ivy Bridge was the same thing. It was really meant for laptops.
Which translates to games, or just anything in general being better.
Oh yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, just when you think technology can't get any better, it gets better. And I really can't wait to get rid of my Ivy Bridge.
Sound of progress.
Yes, it is a sound of progress. I mean, NVIDIA did a good job with their 600 series graphics cards because they completely reduced the power usage. To the point where the 700 series, they're introducing a beast of a card that doesn't
Now, remember
require
that-
any external power.
In the epoch, let's say, when we were talking that the 600 series was like godly on the market. This was a time where people actually not only where there was like a willingness to buy into the hype of whether one card was better than the other. Nowadays, nobody gives a shit. They're just looking for a card that works. And that's why NVIDIA is always going to be okay, and that's why AMD is in so much trouble in the past 10 years that they've damn near almost closed down. Because even though you always go for the hype, NVIDIA has, like, the pedigree, and on top of that, they've been able to show, like, fucking... Have you seen the Tesla card that they use for scientific studies that, like, at this point, you can probably get the same power outage, the power usage and such from, like, a pair of Titans? It's insane what they do. It's beautiful.
Exactly. It's only going to
awesome.
get better. I mean, they're able. Every generation is always, much more powerful, uses less power. I mean, we used to go from that old days where let's just keep clocking it till it melts.
We've clearly gone too far, but let's keep going and see what happens.
Exactly. Oh, look at that. Al Franklin. He wants to talk about Comcast and they're manipulating internet traffic.
Fuck Comcast and Google. What the hell? Fucking
Get your shit going. I want to see some Google Fiber.
the tri-state area of New York City. We need Google Fiber. We
Exactly.
are constipated. We are dry, and we need the fiber.
I want Google Fiber to be available everywhere like that there's a monopoly. That way, you know what, the shit finally hits the fan. I want to see Comcast actually get their shit together. Instead, I mean, I mentioned my aunt. Like she lives in a town that's Comcast or it's nothing. And, Comcast could do whatever the fuck they want.
Means that they can overcharge, overprice, and provide the minimal amount of service, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Exactly.
The only other plans would be 4G plans, and let's face it, as advanced of a network as we may have in the area for 4G, it's not price efficient. It's not good to just focus your home internet use on a 4G plan. It's pointless. No matter how unlimited you have it, John, because I know you're going to say,
Oh, I go through over 30 gigs a month. That's right. When I'm on the bus going to and from work, I'm watching Netflix, bitch.
Rolling eyes, continue.
Well, it's my data. Use it how you want to. No, I just find it funny. I was saying this to Andy earlier. I said that, it's funny when I'm on the bus and I just see, and it's not the short bus, so kiss my ass.
No, it's
I
a
see everybody
bus.
else, and you could see that, yeah,
They provide the
have
helmets for
Verizon or they have AT&T, and you know that they have that fancy new iPhone 5S, and you know that they gave up their unlimited data to have that iPhone 5S. And then you're just looking at what they do with the iPhone 5S. Let's go to Facebook. Let's look up Instagram or look up a web page where I'm watching high definition video, streaming Netflix, listening to 320 kilobits per second audio, streaming lossless audio from my server. That's right. When I'm on the bus with you, you're guaranteed to have slower data. I'm not a data hog. I'm just enjoying my content.
We know. For like the third time.
That's what LTE was meant for. Sucks. Time Warner Cable CEO is going to get almost $80 million from the Comcast buyout.
Well, that's kind of the
That's
reason
an
for there
awesome
being
severance package. I'm going to be unemployed, but I'm going to have $80 million.
Unemployed, that man has never worked a day in his life.
He's like,
Just
wow, wait, I don't have to go to the office and I'm still getting paid? Holy shit.
The only thing that's going to be different now is that instead of one jet, he can have two jets. One for his wife and one for his mistress.
True.
That way, whenever one's on one continent, he could keep his other bitch on another continent. It's perfect.
To me, honestly, do you think any of these CEOs deserve a fucking fraction of what they make? It makes me
Probably
sick.
because that's what the market standard is, and unfortunately, we have to accept that the market wills it, the market wills it. But at the end of the day, you also have to say, what the fuck are these people actually doing? Because when you get to the point of a managing position, a managerial position, all you're doing is either saying yes, no, or I don't know. That's it. You're not actually doing any work. You're not part of research and development. You're not part of maintenance. You're not part of customer service. You're basically a guy who's trying to make money for somebody else by just talking to people. So it just comes down to, hey, let's have a lunch, or hey, let's have a dinner, or hey, let's have a drink, or I'm sitting here and I'm important. I need to go over there to talk with them and spend more company money to see if we could get to make them make money for us as well. That's all they do. And as, complicated and vogue and interesting as it may seem to us, no, it's just a bunch of old men talking to other old men and exchanging money to make more money by screwing other people over.
And smoking a doogie.
The working man is a sucker. And fucking, I know Jimmy the Rat said it, but Jimmy the Rat was right. The working man's a sucker.
Exactly. If you can get a job where you're getting paid to do nothing, that's the best job you can get. Sadly, I have yet to find that job.
Well, you can start a church, I'm just saying.
Well, hey, don't think I didn't think of doing that. Alright.
But anyway.
You get to touch boys and get paid.
Why?
Whoa!
Why would you go there?
Whoa.
Out of all the ways you could have gone with the cult thing of, hey, I can like drug people, and or the apocryphic thing of being a priest and like feeling all high. No, you went straight for let's go to little boys. That's like, that's what we got to do.
Remember the Catholic boat?
Because Jesus, that's why. Diddle the kids.
Catholic boat.
You could have gone so many ways, kept it classy, kept it hilarious, but instead, did a little kids.
I went
and not even like
for
just
it.
generally,
That's right.
hey, let's just, molest children. No, you said molest little boys. So, like, wow.
I
Went
did
from
not
bad
say
to
molest. Okay,
Oh, I'm
I did
sorry.
Oh my god!
Just generally rape then instead of molest. I'm sorry for putting words in your mouth.
Now I'll leave you to put stuff in other people's mouths, it seems.
That was classy.
How the hell did we get to this topic?
I
Dude,
don't know how we.
Kevin's
get to,
acting like genuinely surprised, dude. You've known
Because
me for
I
what,
haven't been paying
12
attention.
years, and you still haven't figured this shit out.
No, I haven't been paying
I have
attention. I've been
figured
on
this
other. I've been paying attention to other things while you people have been babbling about stupid shit.
See, that's the problem with console gamers.
Exactly.
Very short attention span. You're not any better, but yeah.
I'm not just a console gamer.
hey,
Also
look over there!
a
It's
gamer.
Sonic.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, I had a very Woody versus Buzz Lightyear moment.
Where?
Look, boss, an alien.
But listen, I like console gaming, but I also like PC gaming. But I hate the PC master race.
Dude, fuck you.
No, you don't.
As far as I'm concerned, fanboys in general can go fuck themselves.
You're just mad because you have an
If you're a
i5 and not an
If you're a fanboy of either a
i7.
console or a fanboy of a PC, you can go fuck yourself.
While I surreptitiously sip on this cup of tea,
Because
I'm going to turn to you slowly, remove my monocle,
And say, Zwei.
assholes like you have basically made the video game community a lot worse.
Oh,
He just called you an asshole.
people like me don't matter.
No,
But
I'm sorry,
at the
no.
end of the day,
Fanboys in
people like me
general.
matter more than people like me.
Fanboys in general.
Just like Phil
That's
Spencer
fucked
says,
There's no
fanboys suck.
fanboyism with PC. It's just the general outlook of
No.
having a
There is
better-
fanboyism. There
Yeah,
is.
but it's on both sides, Kevin.
No, that's what I'm saying. Both sides can go fuck themselves.
I know, but the point of it is, I mean, there's no arguing a PC is better. Every single console fanboy at least admits that, yes, PCs are better. They are.
Yes,
There's no doubt
power-wise,
about
yes.
it. They're cheaper.
Yes.
They're more powerful.
But
They're more
here's the thing,
flexible.
not everyone
Greater
can-
selection, cheaper
But-
games, more
You
accessible.
guys don't ever shut the fuck up, do you?
No, I do not when I am right, good sir.
Okay? But not everyone can afford a good PC.
Yeah, it's like the whole argument about, Cablevision versus Verizon. Verizon Fios is better, but not everyone can afford Verizon
As the
Fios.
Republican Party and the 1% would say,
Not everyone can
Good
afford
job.
it. There's a reason why consoles exist.
That's right. There's a reason why welfare exists.
no, I'm sorry, but I have to go against that point in this day and age because of the fact that with the $500 that you're putting on a console, or as we've seen, $500 up to $700 that you would put on a console. This is counting games,
You can get
peripherals, services.
for less than $300. You can get a Haswell i3 that would last you the whole lifespan of your PS4.
You could get a case for under $30. You could
But
get a power
again-
supply for under 20.
But here's the thing: the average consumer doesn't want to sit there learning how to
argument
put
is-
together a PC.
No.
But they don't
I'm
have to
agreeing
put
with
together a PC, Kevin.
Wait, John. I got this. Your
Okay.
main argument right now is the difference between a PC gamer and a console gamer is that the PC gamer is willing to put time and effort into something, not necessarily money, because lest we look at Steam and the price of certain hardware, but is that the console gamer is willing to pay the same amount, if not more money, because they're too lazy and or too stupid.
Pretty much.
I think that pretty much ends the argument right there. I agree with you completely.
No, it's true. Some people
no,
just
no,
don't-
no,
no.
We are shaking it. Let it happen. Shh.
No,
Let it happen.
pretty
Let it
much-
happen. Shh.
Andy,
Morning after pill.
what I'm saying is that
Just
some
let it
people
happen.
just don't want to put together a PC. Some people don't know how to do it. Okay?
Like you.
Now, I may agree that there are some aspects in the PC building process that may need to have, let's say, a little bit of experience in the tech world. I can honestly follow that up with, but the building of PCs nowadays has gotten so simplistic. Literally, a 5-year-old who's willing to read the instruction manual or at least find something on the internet can do it.
I mean, the whole point, and I've said, maybe it's just because PCs come easy to me.
Just like general,
You can't fuck it
overall
up.
hard
Everything
people.
is keyed. It's plug and play. I mean, if you could stick
not
a
like it was,
key
like, 10
into
years
a
ago.
hole, you're
Yeah.
good.
If it was 10 years ago, I agree with you completely because there'd be like, holy shit, drivers
Dude,
don't fucking
installing
exist at all.
installing
Again,
Windows, it
listen.
holds your hand. Like it
Listen,
doesn't even
for
let
you
go.
Listen, for you guys, it's easy. For you guys can figure this shit out easier.
I have a big
But not
problem
not everyone can. Not everyone knows
I
how
have
to
a
put
big
together a
problem
PC.
with
Not
people who
everyone.
can't.
People look at the components of a PC and they just have no concept or idea of how to put together a PC. So there's a reason why consoles exist.
No, but consoles are
Okay.
getting more complicated every day. You have to constantly update them. You can't,
No, I'm sorry.
Sure, you now have to manage your data. I mean, look, back in the day, you just had a bunch of disks and you had a memory card.
Okay,
but now
both
you
sides
have
have
to
a point
install
here.
every fucking game. You have to,
that's
keep
true.
the disk,
But
which you don't have
this
to do
shit
on
is
PC.
done automatically.
It's not. Yes, Kevin, it's automatically. However,
Because the system, the console is turning more and more into a PC, and you're basically doing the same work on both, but you're sticking around to the laurels of, hey, it's a console, not a PC, out of nostalgia or some weird self-identity. Yet you can't
that's not
seem
it.
to accept the fact that you're fucking playing on a 5-year-old PC. That's what you're doing. You're just not willing to accept that, no, it's not a 5-year-old PC. It's a new console. It's the next generation. Oh, my God. Oh. No,
Excuse
it is a
me.
PC.
Hey, wait. Have I ever acted that way towards any of these new systems?
Hey, you're the one who's defending consoles right now, so yes,
Because,
we're the
you know what? Listen, as someone who's both a console and a PC gamer, okay, I can understand why people go with consoles.
okay,
I understand.
okay. Let me
Okay?
ask you. Let me ask you a
But-
question.
Wait, John.
But I can't stand the absolute just the stuck up attitude of most PC gamers.
Okay, no. So your problem
I can't
isn't with
stand that.
PC gaming.
Compared
Your
to
problem
the-
is with PC gamers.
And PC gaming.
Well, okay, but what's wrong with PC gaming?
Okay, it's the fact that it's too for a lot of people. It's either too expensive or they just can't comprehend how to put together a
too
PC.
expensive. Kevin, look,
Steam-
how cheap was your rig to build?
Actually, I have to calculate that, but
You built it little by little. It's like buying a house.
Yeah,
Little by
yeah,
little,
John.
you fix it up.
John,
Or like fixing up a car, or like fixing or doing anything for yourself with the power of the internet. We're living in an age where anyone who dares say it's too complicated and I can't do it is someone that would die of thirst if their house was filled with bottled water but they were too tightly closed. Okay? It's just a fact of effort. It's not the fact that I don't want to put effort into my entertainment.
It's not just
Life
effort.
is about effort. Life is about being able to fucking Google, hey, how do you put a fucking computer together?
Wait, you're-
hey, you need to buy this, and this, and that's
oh my
it.
God, Andy,
And going to
we're not
Amazon.com,
thinking.
copy pasting.
Okay,
No,
you have
not
to
even
listen. No,
using the keyboard.
you have to
just
put
using
your
the mouse.
mindset. Well, you have to put yourself in the mindset of the average person.
The average person
I don't
wants
think
to
my body
spend
can
as
survive
little
that.
money as possible.
Exactly. They want
Okay,
to spend as little money
so-
as possible.
so-
and
As
do
little
the
money as
littlest
possible,
of effort. They want
Yes,
to put in
by
the littlest of
putting
effort.
the most amount of money possible and the most amount of effort. Have you seen what it is to set up some of these consoles that aren't UDF specific, that don't work with 802.11 routers, with some of these because they're I had an Xbox One that I got from a customer that wasn't able to set up his wireless. Not because 802.11 wasn't supported by, or his router wasn't supporting his Xbox. It's that the ISP wasn't allowing the Xbox One to work. I shit you not. And so it
I've
turns
seen
out
that.
and so I had to literally put
Let me guess.
more
AT&T Uverse.
Yes.
Yep.
And not just them. Verizon was doing this in this weird kiss. I don't know why. But yes, he had AT&T. And so I spent 3 hours trying to figure out how to fucking work this thing, because believe it or not, when it comes to setting and configuring an Xbox One, you don't have the same, let's say, ease of use and tried and true methodologies that you would have with any PC anywhere on the planet between here all the way back to 1995. No. The Xbox One, you have proprietary software, proprietary hardware, and inability to change settings up beyond a certain level. And so what you have to fucking MacGyver a solution out of nowhere, which takes 4 to 5 times more time, more money, more headaches than the fact of just getting the same amount of money that they paid me for the 3 hours of my work and buying a PC, which they could have, by the way.
They would have actually been in the winning side of this.
Yes. Now,
for the average,
that
for
is
the
why
average again, the
whenever
problem
you
is
say the average consumer, it infuriates me, because I know
Because-
for a fact people aren't that stupid. They just like to think
yes,
that
they
they're
are.
stupid.
Oh
No.
my god, yes they are that stupid, because I deal with these people every fucking day.
And I deal with these people too. I've dealt with them even before I was out of high school. I used to work, and you used to work as well. But the problem is that you're basing your viewpoint on the lowest common denominator that you believe to be the basis of society. No, gamers, people who find passion in the forms of media that we talk about in the podcast, are not stupid. They're assholes. They're opinionated. They're bigots. They're bastards and bitches, but they're not stupid. And so the type of people that fall for the role of, hey, let's get a console because we think it's the biggest hit or because it's something that I can share with my friends. Okay, if that's your thing, that's great. But don't defend people by saying that they're stupid and that's why they get caught
I'm
in
not
it.
saying
No.
they're stupid. They just
Yes,
don't
we
want to.
just
No. They just don't want to put in the effort of putting together a PC.
and that
They
by
don't wanna
definition
deal
is a
with it.
person
They don't-
that
they just
lacks
wanna-
the intelligence
they
to
just wanna
see
spend-
that
they
a
just
little
wanna
bit of
spend-
effort
They
goes
just
a
want to
long way.
spend $460 on a game system, plug it in, and just have fun
But
playing
that's
games.
the thing. It's not
That's all they want.
$400. It's $500 for the system, $70 per games.
I'm not
what is
talking
it,
about the
$40?
Xbox One. I'm not talking about the Xbox One.
And sure enough, the
Fine.
difference of $100 makes
I'm
this a
thinking of-
viable reason to debate? No,
I'm
my
talking
friend.
about the PS4. Okay, the PS4 you spend
And the PS4 is not a console.
$460.
Ooh,
$400
the
for a
$40
console,
savings are blowing my fucking
$60
mind.
$60 for a game. People just want to do that. That's all they want to do. They don't want to have to deal with putting together, buying all the components of a PC and putting it together.
No, and you're also saying they don't want to deal with Steam summer sales.
$40.
John, that has nothing to do with this.
Sure it is.
The entire market for PC is able to. You go to a GameStop, you go to a game store, you go to any place that sells games in the meat world, in the real world. You will not find a PC game, or if you do, it's going to be bargain binge stuff from back before 2000 in a binge in the back of the store. You know why? Because Steam not only changed the way that we play, but it changed the way that we run the gaming kind of like verse. It's not something that it's the same thing that every single console is trying to do. Everyone who defends consoles nowadays is trying to defend a platform of PC how it was 5 years ago. We dealt with this whole thing of buying a game in the meat world, in the real world, or downloading it when Steam came out. And you know what happened? Steam worked. Downloading worked. We solved it. We all own a version of the game that's specific to us whenever we buy it, and it's available for us 24/7 wherever we are. What's going on with console gaming right now? I have the disc. I should have the right to use it. But at the same time, I would also like to download it. But I don't want my freedoms taken away. What happens now? A digital frontier that's trying to be emblazoned the whole idea of consoles working just like PCs, which is what's happening. Being able to download old games because you have the physical disc, or being able to download new games onto another system even though you may have lost a disc but you still have the serial number or something like that. That's it. The difference between console gamers and PC gamers, it's not power, it's not performance, it's not eligibility of games, and it's certainly not price points. Not anymore. The difference is that you guys are living 5 years in the past and you're afraid of change. That is the main difference between console gamers and PC gamers.
The constant arguments I hear where people are like, hey, this is why gaming is...
It's not money.
Console gaming's better.
And it's not intelligence. People who play games are usually a little bit above average because you need to find this medium interesting or stimulating in some way. And if you do find it stimulating, it means that you have enough imagination to actually place yourself in this media and find enjoyment and finding joy in it. That takes a few brain cells. And usually that type of person is willing to, hey, figure out how to make this work, figure out how to make that work. If you're stuck 5 years in the past, or if you're like the 1980s guy, you guys remember 80s, man?
Yes.
If you're like that, okay, there's nothing we can do for you. That's your fetish. Go ahead. But don't fucking say that gamers are stupid, that geeks are stupid, that people who enjoy technology or enjoy consoles or enjoy PC are stupid. These are intelligent people, but unfortunately they are unwilling to look in the fucking mirror and realize the fact that the only reason that they're sticking to it is because what they see on television, not because of what really is fun or engaging or...
Exactly.
It's the 5 year gap.
As I said, I have people that still say, I don't want to game on PC because I don't want to use a keyboard and mouse. Well, look, we solved this like 8 years ago. You know, any Xbox controller, just plug it in. That's it. The other thing people said, I want to sit back on my couch and play. You can do that too. There's called an HDMI port. It's in the back of every graphics card. You can do it.
Every television that's sold nowadays, you could put your PC as a set-top box.
Exactly. Now, think about it this way. I could rip Blu-rays while I'm gaming, okay? Multitasking.
That's when we're getting into the niche and we're getting like, yeah, this can do that.
The point of it is that you don't need a rig as powerful as mine to PC game. You can get by easily with a $400 machine.
You want a machine that can play whatever game is coming out on a console better than it can play it on the console, even in the best settings. Spend the same amount of money that you put in a console into a few parts for a PC. Wait around an extra month, buy the finishing parts, ta-da. You'll be spending the exact same, if not less amount of money going part by part and taking your time and searching for what you want. You'll have the added benefit of knowing what you're putting into your machine. On top of which, if you're willing to take 10 minutes out of your day to read something, you'll actually be, adding stuff to your world experience. Being able to say, hey, I built this. I know how this works. I don't know how the rest of this shit works, but I know I put it together correctly because of this diagram and an easy video on fucking YouTube.
Exactly. Well, I'm saying it's like PC gaming is like cars. I mean, they all sort of do the same thing. However, there's a different experience. The experience you have in a McLaren P1 isn't the same experience you're going to have in a Ford Fiesta. But they both, they both go forward. And that's the thing, I mean, that's why you have cock measuring contests. The same thing with the cars. When someone says, "Well, I put a supercharger in my car," it's like us saying, "I just put a water cooler in my rig and I overclocked it an additional gigahertz." That's what PC gaming is about. It's something that you can look at your rig, you can look at your machine and be proud of. Something that you put together. You put the time and effort into doing it.
Buying the whole part of being proud of building something your own. Go to any place that sells computer parts. Go to your friend that knows about computers. Everyone has one.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys are still talking about this?
So you don't even have the common decency of listening to our point, even though we let you.
Oh no, I had to go to the bathroom.
That, my friends, is the true debate between PC gamers and console gamers. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, fuck you.
What? I'm not the one who stood up and went to the bathroom in the middle of your point. I was actually counterpointing.
You guys are just going on and on and on and on and on. I just like, fuck this. You guys don't ever just shut up.
Like I said, this purely encapsulates the entire... It's like having a chess match with a pigeon. You can think your first move as hard as you can. It doesn't matter. The pigeon will throw around a few pieces, shit on the board, and call itself a winner. So that, my friends, is the end of that debate. Someone's laughing hard. What? It's true.
I'm just envisioning like the world's greatest chess player trying to have a serious match against a pigeon. Oh God.
But that's the truth. That's what it always boils down to. That's what happens with any dichotomy between a stupid idea and a generally accepted idea. There's always like, this country protects the right for you to say whatever the hell you want, but it doesn't protect the right of you being a stupid moron and being absolutely wrong. And I'm not calling you a stupid moron, okay? I'm not calling you a stupid moron. I'm saying the idea that consoles or there should be a differentiating whatever, or that people should be respected for their choice of console or PC. No. People should be made fun of because that's the only way you learn something. Why? If you don't raise your hand and get something wrong, get hit in the back of the head, you'll never learn.
True. I think this about wraps everything up, unless you guys have any conclusions to your debate. No?
Well, I have some good news.
He's coming out.
Fuck you.
Do you want to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior?
Well, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but back in July, I took a summer art course.
I knew this, and I heard great things. Do tell.
Yep.
Do tell.
So, for our listeners who don't know, while I was away from my hiatus from the show, I was at a summer art program in July at a place called the Joe Kubert School, and it's a school that's That's it's the only accredited school in the U.S. for cartooning and illustration. Okay, like this, it was founded by a DC comic artist named Joe Kubert, and it's like they have like some of the DC and Marvel people. They come in and they look at the students' work and such. Like, yeah. Anyway, so they had a summer art program, and I took that, and I really liked it. So back in December, I decided to apply for a full semester.
Yep.
Okay. I got that, and I got a reply from them. They wanted to see me in February. So I went over there in February. I had an interview with them, and they told me to expect a response in about a week or so. Well, literally a week later, or so. It was on the Saturday. Remember the Saturday when we were going to the pinball place?
Yep.
Okay. That Saturday, I got a response from them. And it seems that I have been accepted into the school for the 2014-2015 semester.
Nice, man.
And
Congratulations.
guess what his standard issue equipment is? A fucking Apple computer, because they're a bunch of pieces of shit that don't realize that you can still use a Windows machine.
Yeah, they're
Fucking
requiring
idiots.
MacBooks, but
Which I urge you, Kevin, to write them a letter asking them to give you a technical reason why you need a Mac and can't use that i7, Sandy Bridge, Sony Vaio laptop.
Money that they're paying for that Mac, I will use half of it to get you a computer that's 10 times better, and I will install it and set it up and take the other half of money for myself. How about that? They're still spending the same amount of money, and you get a better PC.
No, it's all about designers in general. No offense, Kevin, but your kind are a bunch of dumbasses. Like I can't tell you how many companies I've walked into where they have a design team, and you just look around and you're like, yeah, I know what where your design team is because they have all fucking Apple products. Like,
yeah.
I don't understand that.
John, let it go.
The starving artist is spending the most amount of money for a piece of shit computer that it's not even
because the so-called starving artists.
Newsflash: Adobe runs faster on Windows versus
really,
Mac OS 10.
No,
Everyone knows this.
Look, I agree with you guys on this. It's just the problem is a lot of these starving artists are just a bunch of hipster fucktards. So
when are you getting your beanie on?
oh god.
Remember, you have to only shave the neck, or if you're not going to shave the neck, you have to go full blown neck beard.
I'm gonna wear a beanie. And
No, it's not neck beard.
I'm gonna
It's
listen
the
to
throat
indie
beard.
rock.
Oh, and you gotta get the glasses. I know you already got a pair, but you gotta get the old timey pair.
And he
And I
needs a
have to have
barista.
and I have to have a curly mustache.
Yes, yes, the handlebar mustache is necessary.
And you
do
have to
not
go to Starbucks
understand.
every day.
No,
and
Starbucks, that's way too mainstream, man. You got to find a place that's really hard to get to, extremely expensive, and serves really shitty coffee. But it's got to be one of those places where the baristas, like 2 or 3 guys that are either gay for each other but not willing to accept it, or 2 girls that are so fucking gay for each other that nobody fucking cares anymore. And what happens is that you got to make sure it's got weird names for everything, like the John Napolitano Espresso, which is basically just, a cup with ice and a spritz of whatever. or it's got to be really bad coffee because they got to crush the beans for every single cup. You got to wait a half hour to 45 minutes for 1 cup of coffee.
And then they burn it.
Yes, and the sizes need to have stupid names. I don't mean stupid like mini and tiny. No, I mean fucking what were you smoking or mainlining to come up with this shit? Kind of here is the Jersey Shore size. This is the, oh dear God, I broke my leg size. This is the, I don't know, reference to King Arthur size. I don't know. Just something that doesn't make sense to anyone but 5 people that moved away 2 years ago. Okay? And then on top of that, once you get that coffee, you need to buy the CD of the guy whose band, the guy knows. Not even his band. It's just the guy he knows from, that thing with the place. Yeah, man.
And then I have to start a Tumblr and Instagram account.
Oh, yes.
And then I have to start listening to In an Aeroplane Over the Sea because obviously it's the greatest indie rock band ever.
Oh, and on top of that, it needs to be on Wi-Fi whose password
is like the name of some obscure fucking fucking indie band. But unfortunately, the only way to find out is that you need to have already known them, man. You need to have known them before they got big, man.
And I have to take selfies of myself every day.
Yes. And you have to take pictures of yourself drinking the coffee itself, and you have to do this all in flip-flops.
Exactly. The flip-flops make or break this.
Yeah, because if you don't have the flip-flops, you're not from here, man. You don't know the struggle. And it has to be the middle of fucking winter with 5 inches of snow on the ground.
And you're wearing your
That's it.
shorts, your khaki shorts.
Still, khaki shorts and fucking
Oh,
flip-flops.
did you see this? Speaking of khaki shorts, they literally have this. It's called. I'm gonna. It's called.
I'm sorry, I'm envisioning him like this. It's too fucking because I've seen it happen before. Oh,
Dude, you lived in New York City.
I know,
mean,
and I
this
saw it every day.
this would
infested with hipsters.
okay. This would make the entire vision that you just described that much better. Click this.
Oh God.
I could not believe that this actually exists.
The kilts. Oh my god, I've
my
seen this
God.
before.
Oh
Yes,
my God,
I've seen this
no.
before. Utility kilts. Yes, utility.
You know what kills it is you have the guy working on a house wearing a fucking
Yes, he's
kilt.
working in a house wearing a kilt. He's going hunting.
And it would make perfect sense because my family background is Scottish.
Okay,
And
we're
you can
getting
say
it. We're
that
getting
I-
Kevin one.
Yes, he got it before it was cool. That's what he can say. He can just walk in. It's like you don't even know this. You have not even begun.
And then I have to go around. Then I have to go around.
Whoa,
Talking about how
damn.
I was playing the NES before it was cool.
Shit. Dude, I'm serious. Look at the price on this. Holy shit. Click on the buy it. Like,
Oh my God!
This is a really slow site. Gee. What the hell?
and they literally have one, a leather kilt. It says 666.
$666. A leather black kilt.
Oh my
No.
God!
Let's just call it what it really is, a skirt.
Yeah, it's a man skirt. It's oh god, Oh, and remember, if you do wear flip-flops and it's only a little bit chilly, what you can do is wear socks, but one has to be all the way up and the other one has to be down. That's how it works.
They have a
Oh,
camouflage.
and I also
kilt.
have to have a collection of VHS tapes.
Oh, yes. No, dude, not only that, your laser disc. You're set, dude. You're set on that front. You're cool. You got laser discs before they were cool, motherfucker.
And no, wait. Do you have the boob tube and you're banging it and trying to adjust the banny ears?
What? Oh, you mean no? I don't have that.
A little to the left, a little to the left. Oh, perfect. Hold it right there.
You got one of those really, really, really old CRT. The ones that still cause cancer. It's still got to be like lead lined. You know, the ones that work only because they're shooting a giant X-ray emitter at you, and then the screen has lead to stop the radiation but allow the image to go through. And the back has to be completely taken off. It's got to be one of those, like, you know, Kubrick-esque, you know, wires and shit everywhere, because you know what? You're living it real, man. Oh, God. Did we say the handlebar mustache? We got that covered?
What?
Huh? Oh yeah, we did mention the handlebar.
Okay, we got the
mustache.
handlebar. Just making sure,
What
'cause
the fuck?
that's really important.
Evangelisis? What the fuck does that mean?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
No,
what are you
no,
talking
no.
about?
Evangelist.
What the hell are you talking about?
Evangelist?
There we go.
Yes,
I
evangelist.
can't
televangelist.
read.
What
Oh,
are you talking about? The guy from what's his that crazy church that was only like interesting for like a week. The ones that like God hates fags and all that. West
Westboro Baptist Church.
Yes.
yeah, the guy died.
Oh, finally, good. Fred Phelps died. Pretty much. Let me just tell you one thing. Every Christian hates him, so
Then forgive him.
yeah. Like
That's what you guys do, right?
what?
I'm sorry. It's just that on more than one occasion, I've been threatened by people who call themselves true Christians, and thanks to Bill Hicks, I've learned that the best way to avoid a confrontation with a drunk Christian is just to say, "Well, forgive me." I'm sorry, but hey, it's your rules. I'm playing by your rules.
I mean, as a
Okay.
Christian, even those people are fucking retarded. So,
Well, it's your words, not mine.
oh, and I just realized I also have to have an odd fascination with really bad cult indie films like The Room
Oh yes!
and
Oh my god!
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh god!
I hate
I
that
mean,
movie.
I can watch Napoleon Dynamite, but The Room, I can't. I can't.
Oh, that movie's
Yeah,
bad.
and you
I
know what
just
else
can't.
you forgot? You
What?
forgot to roll your eyes so hard because I don't fucking care.
Yeah. A general apathy towards everything, but a general inability to actually pay for your own shit.
I'm
You
a
just call
starving
mommy and
artist, but I have a Mac.
Because it makes me feel.
Instead of paying my rent, I bought a Mac.
Actually, there's a whole list.
Microsoft is too mainstream. It's too. But this, it makes me feel.
What you should do, Kevin, we're gonna
Linux
make
makes
you
me
paint
feel.
paint a sign that says "I'm a starving artist, but I bought a Mac."
Oh god.
Oh, actually, they have Encyclopedia Dramatica has a comprehensive list of hipster genus.
I remember this. Oh,
Yeah.
Encyclopedia Dramatica still. I thought it died a
Oh
couple of
no,
times.
no, no! They've been able to keep it up.
Oh, now I
Even-
gotta find.
Oh yeah. It says here the typical hipster. The typical hipster is generally an unemployed, welfare-dependent, angry, self-loathing faggot in their
There we
late
go.
teens or to early 20s. Mainly, may openly claim to be trying
Oh,
to discover
I
his
forgot.
place in life.
I forgot. You have to have on you at all times a can of Pabst Blue Ribbon. At any point, because you will be asked. That is the secret handshake of the hipster brotherhood. That at any point, someone's like, yo, you got a brew? And you got to bring that shit out. You got to have it on hand. It's got to be like taped or like pockets. One of the pockets on your khaki shorts, it's got to hold like 1 or 2 cans. They're about the right size, so you're set. And then you just bring it out. It's like, I knew you were thirsty before you knew you were thirsty. It's like...
Many will claim to have lots of enemies and no close friends due to being misunderstood. Be
yeah.
warned, this is merely a ploy to gain sympathy. Those not familiar with the culture will come to discover very quickly that most don't particularly enjoy the company of your typical hipster because he is an angst-ridden, narcissistic douchebag who bitches and moans about as much as your 13-year-old sister.
Oh, God. Oh, and the sunglasses. You got to wear
Oh,
them.
yeah. Yeah, always got to wear sunglasses.
Like the $5 sunglasses you get on the street anywhere in New York, you got to wear them. But you can't have paid $5 because that means that you're just being a poser. No, you got to go to the place where the $5 sunglasses are $500 and then buy them.
Oh, and then I have to put in those weird earplug things.
Oh, God, yeah. Ugh. What is this? Fucking Africa? Jesus.
I have no idea. Oh my god, I never understood that.
I get it. You think you want to be special because at the end of the day, you know better than anyone that you're not special. That you're very boring and the only thing you could do is self-mutilate to draw attention to yourself. But holy God, can you do something that's not so fucking disgusting? I mean, cut yourself like a normal human being. Don't show it to us.
Actually, I'm not even sure who's worse, emos or hipsters.
Emos are basically people who are unwilling to live but are still too stupid to kill themselves.
And that wraps up the show. Thank you all for joining us for another episode. If you
Wait, is there
are
anyone
still...
that we didn't insult?
No, I think I covered my basis about them lower income families. You guys
And then we
covered
got
yourselves with the
hipsters,
hipster
emos.
douchebags. Kevin insulted everyone that's a gamer, and
I didn't insult it.
Oh, and remember, you need to be able to sing the lyrics to any song from Neutral Milk Hotel, Broken Social Scene, Animal Collective, The Smiths, Morrissey, and Husky. And you need to use the word avant-garde for everything. Okay, that's it. I got it out of my
all right,
system.
that's it. Take care, guys. Look out for future content.
Platypus, everybody.